Let's look at this again. What is up, fans? I'm okay. I was acting. I'm an actor. I'm not an actor, if you could tell from my crappy crying. We're going to look at this, and you can tell by the title who is to blame for the loss, right? And you're probably like, Tua, the defense, coaching, special teams, offensive line. Yes. Yes. That's my answer to your question. Because after looking at the film, it wasn't one specific thing. Now, is there different severity of who was to blame? Of course. I would put a big chunk of it on the defense. I'd put if I had to do a percentage, I put like 10 to 15% on Tua. Some of his throws were off. Some of his reads were off. We're going to look at that. The defense was garbage. I don't have a lot of defensive breakdowns. I have about two that just kind of encapsulates my thoughts and how putrid they were in the first half with the tackling. Like, oh my God. Play calling was bad. And some of the play by the offensive line and the players around. So, it wasn't just one thing. You can't really watch this Packers game back and look at the film and say, it was this guy, or it was that guy, or it was, like how the Bills game, Poyer. We can all point at Poyer, that hit, and then obviously he makes a 61-yard field goal. But if that hit doesn't happen, things could really change. You look at the Cardinals game, you could say Tua with the safety, but even after that, leaving the field up 9 points, defense, can you get us a stop? There are different instances in different games. This one, it was a big old egg of the entire team, in my opinion. So we're going to look at it. We're going to break down the film. I didn't get the green screen's in the other room. It's a big honking green screen. I understand if you're like, Doug, I'm tired of seeing your stupid face. I get it. But I'm going to minimize myself. I don't have the pen. I'm going to use the mouse. I'm going to come over here. I'm going to click on a pencil. I'm going to use the mouse. The drawings aren't as good. See, my circles aren't as good. And then my A's aren't as good. But I'm just going to use the mouse because just like you didn't deserve my push-ups watching the game, you don't deserve my stylist and my stupid 2-finger glove. So let's look at this. We're going to start here. We are down 14-0. Fantastic. Now, there were some really good plays in this drive. This is a drive that ended up being a field goal. And there were some good plays in this drive, and the typical, I don't know why I said it like that, the typical Tua passes, the great passes, the accurate, no lookers, they are things that were good. I'm going to show you some good passes and some good things from Tua, but this was another game where Tua was up and down, especially the first half. He was just... But this is kind of coincides, this play right here. This is a run play. It's 1st and 10. We're on Green Bay's 31. So again, I can't talk. We're down 14. We need 7. Unfortunately, we had the muff punt, really gave them the 7 points there because the defense had their backs against the wall starting at their own 9. So we need the 7. We need to keep it close. We do, force some punts. We do have a shot later on in the game. We need a touchdown here. And this is how this run play goes. -1 yards. -1 yards. And the biggest problem, and this is where trenches matter, because the offensive line has gotten good ratings, right? Oh, our offensive line is so-and-so in pass block win rate. Our offensive line is so-and-so in this and that. If you're going to look at Tua Tagovailoa and say, well, he puts up great stats against bad defenses, and I would like to see him play against a good team, and, all of these stigmas and stuff, you got to do the same thing for the offensive line. Because in this game, the offensive line went up against a pretty good defensive line, just like the Rams game, where they got pushed all over the field. And again, another situation where you look here, prime example, Liam Eichenberg. Again, the guards are a problem. Guards are a problem. Look at Liam Eichenberg. This is how you could tell we're screwed. Watch Liam Eichenberg, right? As an offensive lineman, he's starting here. He's starting at what? The 31 to about the 33-ish. I would say like 32. Let's say 32-yard line. Yeah, say 32-yard line. Watch what happens when he engages to block on this run, get warning down. Look. That's what you don't want to see. You don't want to literally be like a foot away less than to the quarterback, and he hasn't even gotten close to hand the ball off. Look at where the offensive line is. This is the line of scrimmage is the 31. It's the 31, and look at where the offensive line is. Kendall Lamb, horrible block. You got a horrible block here from Ingold. Horrible block. Like, it's just Julian Hill, bad block. Kendall Lamb, bad block. Alec Ingold, bad block. And they just release their guys. Look at that. It's never good when you're just standing up. And that is why the run game suffered. That is why the offense suffered. One of the many reasons. Then you have this play. It's 4th and 4. It's a pivotal down. We go for it. Now, I think this was the play where we get pushed back on a false start, and then we get pushed back up on an offsides. It was just a hot mess express. 4th and 4 on their 25. We need this first down. We are down 14-0. Cannot take a sack here. We turn over on downs. It'll be a disastrous thing. We need a first down here. A motion here. Drops back. First read, second read, third read. Still has time. Boom. Why did he have time, ladies and gentlemen of the jury? What made him have time? It's due to the fact that they only sent 3. But Tua did what he needed to do, and Tua was smart. Drops back. First read, not there. Goes to the second read, not there. Goes to the third read, not there. It's covered still. Waits for a second, sees that he's crossing, boom, hits him. 1, 2, 3, not there. Wait for it, cow. And he's always on his head is on a pivot. This is perfect, especially on the 4th and 4. Look at his head. 1, 2, 3. Nope, not there. Okay, now go. And he has to get it over 96 and gets it to him. Perfect. Again, that's why like Tua made these types of throws and made these plays in this game. And that's why I don't put such a huge blame on Tua for this loss, because he was doing what he had to do, especially in critical situations like that 4th and 4. Now it's 1st and goal. We are on their 9 after that 4th and 4 play. We're going to do a little bit of a trickeration, a little end around to Malik Washington. We got a touchdown on it last time. Let's run the same exact play. It's not like they watch film. Sorry, that's Devon Achane. Like, who's supposed to block this man? Because you have Jonnu Smith here and you have Kendall Lamb here. Who is this guy? Who is supposed to block him? Are you blocking him? Are you coming over and blocking him? Who? Sound like an owl. Who? Neither one of them. Either one of them. Nobody blocks him. Not a one. No one blocks him. Neither one of them block him. Who? And I honestly think it's Kendall Lamb. I think it was Kendall Lamb. Because you see the pattern that Jonnu's running. I honestly think it's Kendall Lamb. I think what happens here is Kendall's supposed to come up, block him. I think Waddle comes up and blocks him. And I think Jonnu's going to come around and make the block here. I think that's the blocking scheme. Because if you watch it again, watch Jonnu's pattern, right? You got the block, and then see how he like, okay, you got him, I'm going to come and get him. And would have set the edge for probably a touchdown because I think he breaks it. Number two, there's another reason why we lost this game. Bad blocking scheme. No one knew the right guy. Mistakes left and right. So that was the first down. Now we're in, instead of being second and goal from the 9 or second goal from the 1 or 2, it is now second and goal from the 15 because we lost 6 yards on this. So what do? What does Mike McDaniel call? All right, cool. I tried to do an end around to my one speedster in Devon Achane. Let me try to get a pass here to my other speedster in Malik Washington. Boom, hits a screen here. Rookie mistake. And, I can't knock him, but I'm going to knock him. Ball in his hands. Boom. Do you see it? I see it. You're going to come up here. You're going to get this block. Johnny's going to come up here. He's going to get this block. Teron Armstead's going to come up here and get this block. Look at this lane. It's literally a funnel. Take the ball, run this way. And I'll even move it up a little because you might be like, hey, someone might have had their blocks break down. Nope. Why do you not think you can outrun 55? Why are you cutting it back into him? Run the ball that way. Because you'll outrace him. Worst case scenario, he comes over and makes the tackle. You're at like about wherever. Why on God's green earth does he go to the inside? That's not the play. Why are you going to the inside? Again, that's not Tua's fault. Plain and simple. Then we have third and goal from the 15 because that play went nowhere. Drops back to pass, looking. Again, it's third and goal. You want to get it to the end zone. So let's rewind. See what happened, right? Drops back, boom, plants his foot. Let's look. Probably looking here. He wants Tyreek. Nope, he's got a defender right here. Okay, that's probably what he's thinking to himself. All right, I don't have that. Then he probably wants Jalen Waddle, who's now boom, double covered. Yeah, I got to get that. You got Malik Washington here. Again, it's third and goal. This is probably the throw. You throw it now, right? Because he goes to his first read. It's not there. Should have thrown it right here. Now, he's not going to get the touchdown. You have a defender and a defender. He's not going to get a touchdown. These guys are covered, What should have happened? Probably should have thrown it there. Saw him open. Get it to him. Give him a chance to do something. But regardless, this isn't a touchdown. They sent 3. They dropped everyone back into the coverage. This guy covered. You get it, drop it off to Malik. Malik's probably going to get it to the 5. Maybe he breaks it for a touchdown. This isn't a touchdown. And it all is because of the plays that happened beforehand with the negative 6-yard run because of the no blocking from Kendall Lamb and the Malik Washington running back into his own guy instead of going to the outside. He goes to the outside. This is a third and goal from like the 3 or 4 worst case scenario. Then it's a little bit different of a situation. You could throw a slip screen in there. You could throw different formations and stuff. Here, you hit Malik. He's gonna get it. He's not making it. Look at all these defenders here. He's not making it. So we settle for a field goal, 14-3. And, again, that last series there, I don't put much on Tua on that one. You could disagree. You could be like, Doug, you're a bias. Tua should have ran the ball himself instead of the negative 6-yard run, or you're a bias. Why throw a screen? He should have thrown a touch, whatever. But to me, that wasn't Tua's fault. Now, I will show you Tua fault plays, but to me, that series, no. So we're down by 11, 14-3. We force a punt on this drive, which is nice. So again, if we would have gotten the touchdown and had a better execution and better play design and better play calling and got the touchdown, we get the ball back down by 7. But this is, I was like trying to find a few plays on defense that kind of encapsulated why the defense struggled so much in the first half. And this is a little example why. They run our own play on us. Hey, come on over. Little end around. Watch this tackling. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like that is why the defense struggled. I would put this the main reason why the defense struggled. The tackling. We scored a touchdown against the Patriots with Malik Washington on this. Like, Poyer, what is this? You have no problem cracking somebody and giving us a penalty, but that's how you tackle here? Like, what the crap is that? Horrible tackling. Horrible tackling. Flip it over. We're back on offense. These are the 2 sacks, right? So it's going to be a 2nd and 6 on our own 29 for a sack and a 3rd and 8 on our own 27 for a sack. We're going to look at the first sack here, kind of see, did Tua have an option? What happened here? I'll give you a little bit of spoiler. The second sack is on Raheem Mostert, and Teron Armstead even kind of gives him a little sass. This is the first sack. Sent 4. Kendall Lamb struggled in this game. I think he went up against Clark. He struggled in this game. So, boom. Plants foot. You don't throw that. You know, he's kind of looking here. You could throw that to Tyreek, right? That's probably the call, but you got to worry about 20 jumping on the ball. I see why he didn't throw it, but then you have this as well. But he felt the pressure, right? Boom. Right there, he feels the pressure. So once he has that split second to throw it, boom, right there. It's like you could throw it, but you really take a chance of 20 picking that off. And then once he kind of gets here, the defender's in his face. He's trying to step up. And at this point, he's done. He's done for. So this seems to be his only option right here because it's his first read. I would have thrown it. And I would have thrown it because watch 20's legs. He kind of backpedals to go towards this one. So he wasn't in a driving motion to get the interception. See how he kind of backs off? See how his legs are? This is the throw. He should have made this throw. Because this is 2nd and 6. So worst case scenario, he kind of breaks it upfield, gets more yards, but this is the throw. So this shouldn't have been a sack. This is the throw. Plant foot, let it rip, right? Feels the pressure, takes off, takes the sack. Now, this play is 100% not Tua's fault. This play is 100% Raheem Mostert's fault. Raheem Mostert is supposed to come up and like lay a crack block and then go out, and he doesn't. And he kind of strands Teron Armstead here. So it's an instant sack. Tua has no time to do anything, right? Like, possibly could have thrown it here, but no. He had nothing to do. Nothing he could have done there. Could have also rolled out, but it was such an instant sack. He also had 52 here. It's nothing. But you could see right here, right? Lay the crack. Give Teron Armstead some time. But he does it, and then watch Teron Armstead. See? He goes. Throws his hands up. I'll show you again. Because he looks back at him. He goes like this. He goes like, you're supposed to hit him. You're supposed to hit him and then go out. Watch. Watch Teron. See? You're supposed to hit him. So that's the first sack. I would say Tua, you probably could have got the ball off to Tyreek, especially looking at the way the corner was more on his heels than driving forward on his toes. Probably could have got the ball there, made it a 3rd and short. But that second sack, that's not Tua's fault. That's Teron Armstead, not Teron Armstead. That's Mostert not laying the crack before he goes out. Just pause. So then touchdown. So now it is 21-3. And now we need to do something here. And this is a bad series for Tua. We end up turning over on downs. This is the first play of the series, 1st and 10 from our own 30. You got to connect with that. And this is what drives a lot of people nuts is we see him do this. We saw him do it against the Patriots. We see him do it throughout his career. He has a clean pocket. They left 1, 2, 3, 4. No, they only kept 5 in there. He has a clean pocket. Hit like you skipped it, man. Now he's gonna get rocked. So regardless, he's gonna get rocked. But you gotta complete that pass. You skipped it. Now, is there anyone else open before the ball's thrown? Could have fitted here to Waddle like he usually does. You had Jonnu here as well. But you got to make that pass. But also, I don't know if Hill's going to catch that with the safety coming over. So it's your first incompletion. Second incompletion is 3rd and 5 from there, 38. Now, again, we are now down by 18 points. Like, killing me here. So he tries to hit Malik over the middle and just nothing. Incomplete. Drops the ball. There's a few things I want you to watch here. Watch Liam Eichenberg. See how he gets hit? See how that defensive tackle hits Liam Eichenberg and Liam Eichenberg takes 2 steps back? See that? That's not good. Now, I'll give it to Robert Jones. Robert Jones is holding his, right? These two, Jones and Armstead are holding his. Lamb and Eichenberg are just they struggled all day, and that's to his blind side, of course. Just watch that. Like, look. Now, here's the other thing I noticed, right? Drops back, boom. This is 3rd and 5. Hits it here. He hopes he can drive, right? He should have went to Jonnu. Now, is this the play call? Is this the first read? Yes, it is open, but also he's a smaller receiver, and you got 2 defenders who are going to crash down on him. Jonnu was the throw. Jonnu gives you the first down and more. Jonnu's your bread and butter, your security blanket, 100 yards of the past 2 games. Should have hit Jonnu Smith there. Definitely would have got the first down and more, right? And see what just happened? This is what Raheem Mostert was supposed to do on the series before I just showed you. Watch this. That. See how it gives Teron Armstead a second? Should have dumped it here. Now, again, he's open, but they crashed down pretty quickly. This was probably your bet, especially with the route that Tyreek is running. Anytime Tyreek is running a route, and that's what they're using him for this year. Tyreek is a distraction. Tyreek is going to take everything away. They tried to force it to him too much last year. It seems like they're flipping that around. Wherever Tyreek is, throw it behind him because the defense is going to follow him and it's going to leave Jonnu open. So now it is 4th and 5. Need this first down. Steps up. High pass. And it sucks because I showed you a couple series before on a 4th and 4. He steps up. He hits Waddle for a 16-yarder. Goes through his progression, hits the read. Now steps up, makes the throw, and you could say it is the right throw. There's obviously an easier throw to make, but he sails it. I think that's Washington. Sails it. Now, hindsight, Jalen Waddle. But here's the thing with Waddle, right? And this is why you look at, a lot of times people will look, right? And they'll see things and they will kind of, oops, hold on. They'll kind of look at it like this, right? They kind of look at this. So they see Waddle open. They see, you know, all open. Why isn't he making these throws? Why isn't he making these throws? Not kind of looking at the full picture here and realizing to make this throw, he has to turn his body to the right and throw it. And he can't really make that motion with Kendall Lamb struggling and him having that defender to his right. Because if he's going to turn, he's going to hit the defender or something like that. So, you know, this play might be obsolete. Some of these plays on this side are a little obsolete. But he does step up and he does make the correct read. He just sails it. So that's 2 passes, 3 passes technically. He sails on that drive, and we needed that. So again, this is where he gets that blame. Because we are down 21-3. He misses Tyreek Hill, throws it in the ground. Then he misses an open Jonnu, gets it to Malik Washington, who takes a hit and drops the ball. And now this one, it's an overthrow. This is, again, encapsulates the defense and why we lost on defense. And this is why Jordan Brooks came out and said they were soft. Right here. Now, we punt them the ball. No, sorry, 4th and 5 on their 38. So they get the ball back. They march right down the field and kick a field goal. So we're at 24-3 at halftime. Because of this prevent defense. You got, look how far back they're playing. Kraft. I'm going to get it to Kraft. That, like, Ramsey's been playing really great this season. But soft. You just got run over. Run over. Last week, it was Jordan Poyer getting run over when he's trying to make a tackle at the line of scrimmage. Look at this. Soft. Plain and simple. And that was the defense this whole game. They were just soft. Our secondary's banged up. No pass rush going up against a very good offensive line. They're just soft. Absolutely soft. This is 3rd and 8 now. Now we're down. We're still down 24-3. It's 3rd and 8 from our own 25. Throws this one behind Odell. Now, he threw this late. Now, again, you got to have to look at the whole play, right? And again, look what they did. That's the right thing you're supposed to do. They have Jonnu out here chipping the guys, helping to out. He's got time. He's standing there. You got 4 receivers out. Oh, that's not Jonnu. That's somebody else. You got 4 receivers standing there. Probably could hit Tyreek, but you have Odell open. He threw it too late. Right there, you should have thrown it. Right in the middle. Throw it over the defender. We've seen you do it. He tried to fit it in between here. He was waiting for the defender to follow Waddle, and he threw it behind to avoid the defender. He didn't want to throw an interception. But you could have thrown it a little too far ahead. Could have thrown it sooner to Tyreek. Right here. Had him. Could have thrown it to Tyreek. So then we punt. And now this is 4th and 1. So we're still down 24-3, I think, at this point. Or it might be 27-3. No, I think it's 24-3 still. We force a punt. We get the ball back. This is 4th and 1. We're on their 46. And again, I show you plays where Tua misses throws. Now I show you this play. 4th and 1. We need this first down. Climb in the pocket, hits Jonnu. Why couldn't you have done it in the play I showed before? Why couldn't you have done it in the 3 incompletions I showed where he threw the ball on the ground to Tyreek Hill and he threw a high pass? This is beautiful. Look at the pocket collapsing around him. Right? Getting pushed back into him, struggling here. That's actually a hold a little bit. Steps up, hits Jonnu. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Now it ends up being a nothing burger. But it was perfect. Now we're going to look at plays. And a lot of you guys wanted me to look at these plays. It's going to be, this first one is a 1st and 10 from our own 42. And then it's the 4 plays that essentially kind of just put the game out of reach for us. So we're down 11 to 27. I think that, no, I apologize for before saying it equated to nothing. That 4th and 1 play where Tua stepped up and hit Jonnu, we ended up getting a touchdown, getting the 2-point conversion on that drive to make it 27-11. 27. So we're down 2 possessions, and it's still the middle of the 3rd quarter, or I think end of the 3rd quarter. So this still is a game. So, you know, this isn't garbage time here. It's the beginning of the 4th quarter. We're down 2 possessions. It ain't garbage time yet. And so this is 1st and 10 from our own 42, a little fake toss here to us. And again, beautiful play, beautiful get. This is what we needed to see from him in those plays I showed you where he kind of struggled. Because your defense was struggling bad. Fake pitch. Look at him step up. Give himself time. Hits Tyreek. Now, obviously, people are going to say he should have hit Waddle. Defender's there. But you take it. Because Waddle would have got caught regardless. The defender was with him. Still, completion, great, stepping up, all that stuff. Here is the series of plays that suck. 1st and goal from the 10. Hand this ball off. Look at this. Look at this. And I'm thinking to myself, oh, we have a chance. Now we're down at the 1. We're down at the 1. Kendall Lamb. He just needed to hold his block. Kendall Lamb just needed to hold his block. If Kendall holds his block, that's a touchdown. If he would have just held his block. But he didn't. Next down. This one, again, we're down 2 possessions. We need 2 touchdowns, 2-point conversions. We would tie it. This is 3rd down. Tell me that's not pass interference. Tell me that the defender's not there making contact before the ball gets there. No call. If this was the Chiefs, that's pass interference. No call. Should be 1st and 10 at the 1-yard line. No call. Then this play. Little play action here. Dropping back. Covered. Fell on the ground. You have Durham Smythe here. Jeez Louise. Why isn't this Jonnu Smith? Covered. Sacked. Now, when I first saw this, I was like, you can't take this sack. But in hindsight, right? He fell. He's covered. And he got him covering him. Who's he going to throw it to? You know what probably was supposed to happen? He's probably supposed to get it to Achane right here. But he had no time because they all got beat. Again, look at Liam Eichenberg. There's your problem, Liam Eichenberg. They sent a late pass rush. You have Robert Jones not blocking anybody, and Liam Eichenberg getting bullied. Sack. And there's a holding. Rightfully so. Because he's holding the crap out of him. So regardless of what could have happened, hey, we should have done this, we should have done that, it's a penalty. And of course, there was other things that happened, and eventually this and that happened, and we had that touchdown where like the ball tipped into Tyreek's hands. But overall, it was a horrible game, and this was a game on national TV on Thanksgiving in the cold. And we were out here talking about shutting down narratives and this and that, blah blah blah, and they didn't. They didn't do any of it, and all they did was show they are not a playoff ready team. And they showed that if they go on a tear and win the next 5 games and get to 10-7, and make the playoffs, it's a one and done. Because they have to face either the Steelers in Pittsburgh, Baltimore in Baltimore, Buffalo in Buffalo, or Kansas City in Kansas City. Depending on what happens with Buffalo and Kansas City, who gets the number 1 seed. Because you ain't getting the 5th seed to face, the Houston Texans, and the Houston Texans aren't getting the 2 or 3 seed. So, comment below. Let me know what you guys think. I will see you tomorrow. I'll recap the day's games. Like I said, if the Broncos lose, the Colts lose, the Chargers lose, then all of a sudden it kind of null and voids everything that happened. But we'll see if all that happens. Like usual, stay classy. F's up.